This future world can change in a heartbeat. It's a new discovery that is endlessly fascinating.
The character of Hale is one that I was so eager to explore. We've seen her as human, and now we get to see her as a host, living as an imposter amongst her family.
Who am I?
Who am I is the theme for the episode. What is it that makes you who you are? Is it your physical form? Is it your experiences, your memories?
Be a good boy and go to sleep for your mommy.
But you're not my mommy.
This Hale that we see now is a complete new invention.
Living her life. I feel like I'm changing.
The pearl obviously is the thing that encases the data, but it's their soul, it's their spirit that is then just housed in this physical body.
It's like she wants to cut into her skin and rip me out of her head.
There's a lot of mystery as to where she goes from here.
Nathan, just like that. Nice and slow.
She's been living this domestic life, but inside, there's this animal instinct in her. Trying to curb it has caused her so much pain. She literally tears at her own skin.
You've helped me today.
When I had my children, I felt like a different person. I wasn't the same emotionally, I wasn't the same biologically, like on a cellular level. And so I was thinking, how would that be for Hale?
I remember what it's like to be me.
That is kind of the beginning of her awakening. And it is a little bit nature, and it is a little bit nurture, and it's kind of all rolled in one.
You are my sunshine.
We've heard so much about Delos for so long. We knew that its headquarters had to be completely iconic.
As soon as we knew we were going to Spain, in my head, the only place to film was the City of Arts and Sciences.
It's just stunning architecture. It really gives me an opportunity to really give the show some scope.
You feel as though you've stepped through a portal and landed in the future.
The architecture guided the costumes, so there's a lack of detail to most of our costumes that's intentional.
Who the hell are you?
When we started talking about Caleb and his journey, we talked a lot about A Christmas Carol and Charles Dickens. We liked the quality of the ghosts of your past, and we liked this idea that Dolores would take Caleb on a tour of his life.
You must be hungry. Let me buy you breakfast.
We use a lot of diagonal angles. Anytime we would show Dolores with another character, we felt as if the diagonals were Dolores' web wrapping around that individual.
Why didn't you tell those men about me before? You surprised me.
She's really only seen the side of humans in the park, which is the worst sides.
We wanted someone that would kind of stop Dolores in her tracks a little bit and challenge her somewhat uniform understanding of humanity.
You made a choice.
In terms of influences, very much thinking about the Matrix, but the slightly lo-fi version. You don't need Zion. You don't need to plug everyone in like a battery. We've already done it. We've already created the Matrix invisibly within our own world, like an overlay.
Here is the vehicle in different perspectives.
Production design and the entire art department team, they really helped develop really what the world looks like. We were able to take that and run with it from a VFX standpoint. We've all seen hundreds of robots. So trying to create something new is not easy.
Jonah had specific ideas for the movement of the robot. Typical robots that have pistons or hydraulics that move it. For George, the actuators would actually be inside the arm itself. The Wright control mech comes in 5 boxes. Howard described it as being a Swiss Army knife. When it's activated, it transforms and connects and becomes one.
When you look at mobility and transportation, we're all moving towards this idea of personal air mobility.
These were the very first designs at the airpod. Jonah and Howard wanted something very balanced, utilitarian. They described it as a flying Cadillac.
Obviously, we can't fly an AirPod around. We have to take a piece of the AirPod that has the seat, we bring that to set, and digitally from that moment on, we may have to erase that AirPod and then create it flying away.
The ride share is mostly a practical visual effect.
We have 2 of them built from the ground up. Chassis, engine, everything was designed.
We have a tiny little compartment that's well hidden in the front for a driver that drives the vehicle.
If you go out in the world, the future is there. It's in places like Singapore, Spain, and Los Angeles. It's fascinating to think, at what point are man and machine going to meet somewhere in the middle?